Does a trip to the doctor scare you? You are not alone. Even the thought of it makes me shudder. But perhaps, if we knew a little more about what doctors and other medical professionals do, maybe we'd be a little less afraid. Hi, doc. That's my doctor. So, let's learn words associated with medicine and health. First, diagnosis is what doctors do to figure out what's wrong with a patient. It is the process of identifying the nature of an illness or other problem by examining symptoms. Sometimes, they simply ask questions that may help them determine what is wrong, but most often, they use a device called a stethoscope. There are a lot of things that doctors look out for. One of them is how serious the illness is. Illnesses usually occur at different levels of intensity. If an illness is referred to as benign, it simply means that it is not serious and the patient can recover quickly. Example, a benign cold, a benign headache. If a health condition is regarded as chronic, it means that it is persistent, recurrent, or has long-lasting effects. An acute illness, on the other hand, shows up suddenly, lasts for a short time, but is usually severe. For example, you could refer to a fracture as an acute illness. Finally, a terminal illness is one that cannot be cured and will most definitely lead to the death of the patient. For example, cancers can become terminal if they are not detected early and if they have affected major internal organs. Have you ever heard the phrase critical condition? It simply implies that a patient is very sick or injured and is likely to die. Okay, enough of the doom and gloom. Someone who is in a stable condition has escaped the worst of the illness and is likely to survive. Yeah. Here are a few more words you should know. Immunization is the process of making a person resistant to an infectious disease, typically by giving the person a vaccine in the form of tablets or injections. You could say the baby was immunized against polio. Surgery is the process of cutting open the body and removing or repairing damaged parts. For example, Sammy had to undergo emergency surgery after suffering a heart attack. A symptom is a physical or mental change to the body that is caused by illness. This is what doctors look out for when they do their diagnosis. For example, high body temperature is one of the common symptoms of malaria. An allergy is a condition where a person becomes ill or develops skin or breathing problems due to eating certain foods or being near certain substances. For example, you could say Fatima is allergic to groundnuts. She develops a serious rash whenever she eats them. Lastly, a prescription is a written order from a doctor that allows a patient to get certain medicines from a pharmacist. For example, the doctor gave her a prescription for antibiotics to help clear up her chest infection. Before we end this lesson, let's learn some idioms that are related to medicine and health. If someone is on the mend, it means the person is recovering after ill health. For example, I suffered a fracture from a bike accident last year, but I am on the mend now and can walk again. If you have a clean bill of health, it means that your doctor has assured you that you are healthy. Alright, we will learn more vocabulary in subsequent lessons, but until then, practice using these words when talking about health issues. As for me, I have been given a clean bill of health and it feels great.